Hi, so today I don't have any exact plan regarding what I'm going to talk about. So I am mostly going to talk about some uh, random, random, right? And let's see how our conversation goes. So first, the first thing in my mind is to start with is productivity, because I am seeing a lot of buzzword about AI and then ChatGPT and then LLM models, how it is revolutionizing the current industry, right? And what will be its impact going to be on future, right? And how should you change yourself to incorporate with the new world, or even if you don't change, you are going to adapt it anyhow. For example, when mobile discovery came, right? So you don't have to put extra effort to sync in the system. You will not remember that how it become the essential part. Almost 50% of the population, I will believe, that is going started using smartphone or any smart devices, silicon devices, right? Camera and then other things. So now let's talk about productivity. So if you go back in the time, right, in the Stone Age, or when the consciousness, nobody knows, right, when the consciousness come into picture, right, in humanity. So like if let's suppose Big Bang started, right, in this is a timeline, in a billion timeline, and Big Bang started somewhere here. So at this spot, somewhat like some billion years more later, when Earth was created, post that in certain blip the consciousness is a, I believe what nature is, right? Nature itself is consciousness. Somehow due to whatever you say, if you go scientifically, you have to believe that it is just a random event. Random event, I would not say that you got consciousness just by chance. Uh, Random event, like no, it's not implant. It's not like phase. Like we are still evolving, right? Somehow, but the evolution take a lot more time. It take 1,000 years to reflect, right? The mutation process. So what I'm trying to portray here, that once the consciousness comes, so we don't know how it came, right? We have still theory like we are evolving in the from chimpanzee. So first the rock assembled, which we are called earth, the matter, and then slowly amebia and some bacteria particles started to become into life, and then they accumulated to made a plant, and then so on. So when human species came into picture, we don't know that it is a single person, like two mates came into picture, or how it's made, like a chicken egg problem, right? Maybe let's suppose one conscious. So we evolved from chimpanzee, right? So maybe it might be the case that the consciousness was keep developing, and one chimpanzee got consciousness due to human evolutions, like human evolution, not, I would not say just a nature evolution. So and the like other chimpanzee who is used to procreate, and their children got what their children got the consciousness, and this chain go on again and again. So my point is here that we have to build foundation. You have to assume certain things, right, to build our foundation, right, on top of it, which you are going to make your theories or believe on something. So yeah, so how productivity came. So when human species came into picture, like, so let's suppose there are no tools, no devices, but human brain was there, right? So human, what I feel like from my raw human nature, so human tends to be bored by repetitive tasks, right? So that's why they build some automated tools, or some tools to make easy that task, and make like less time consuming. For example, from place A to B, first human have to walk, right? Then they build some wheel, and they were started using some animal to ride on them, right? Because they work faster than human, and their stamina will also become safe, right? And then they invented the wheel, right, which revolutionized a lot of things, like they can transfer lots of things with a fast pace now. So this productivity, if you see that human species started here, and if you plot productivity on y-axis, it keeps on increasing again and again. But what my assumption is, it will start because here the information is zero, right? So improving productivity is very difficult. Now you have, since over the time you have invented so many tools, and you have a lot of information, so any human being who is coming in this time where you have all this data accumulated, right? So coming up new thing is your probability of coming of better productive product is like a lot more compared to the past, right? So that's what the reason that productivity will increase exponentially compared to the past. Or exponential word, I don't say whether how much it's correct, but the probability and the productivity will be more in recent time, because you have a lot more past data to build theory in, right? Now how it is impacting your life, that's the main concern, right? So do you feel like adding new tools is going to improve your lifestyle? Yeah, it is totally correct, it improves your lifestyle, but on your satisfaction level, right? As a person, let's suppose a billionaire son, what problem do they have? They don't have problem anything related to money, right? And anything related to which middle most of the population in the world is facing, right? This is the most of the population in the world, they are just thinking about surviving. But let's take example of some billionaire guy, right? And how their lifestyle, are they like satisfied by their life? What do you think? No, the answer is no. They are not satisfied by their lifestyle, because life is a very complex thing to understand in itself. And you, even some of the philosopher has stated that you cannot understand life itself, like, because by definition, life is a misery in itself. Misery, pain, and almost all the wrong word that you can use to describe that is the life. And so, and this is the life for everyone, every single human being on high conscious level. But yeah, there is some exception, right? Because all human being doesn't have rational mind, IQ, same IQ. So and it is somehow connected to their emotional intelligence. So if you are not that emotional, if you don't put that much focus on other tasks, not other concern that is related to more humanity or human concern, then you will be free. Like if you have heard the some autospy. Autospy was the word or something, that there's some gifted child, they don't have high EQ, low IQ, so they don't feel the pain and the other human like emotion, so that is not common to them. So but in apart from all this, the human brain is tendency to be dissatisfied always, right? It will be going to dissatisfy all the time if you have thing A. And there are lots of, if you dig up the literature of past, you will get this thing is stated somehow or even in exact word that human are cursed to be dissatisfied, or the word I don't have the exact word, but human will be remain dissatisfied throughout his life. And there from there only the spirituality theories came into picture, right? So what spirituality tends to give to the human is the freedom from this dissatisfaction, this incompleteness, this void that he cannot feel. So spirituality tells human being that if you become spiritual, I will free from this you this satisfaction, and I will free from you this world. I will give you, the word is nirvana and moksha, right? So what happens, human brain is designed to be dissatisfied. You cannot fill it, you cannot complete it in any ways. You cannot fulfill it desire. That's a what that's a truth written on the stone, and you cannot erase it or something. So yeah, so desire you cannot fulfill, right? So how, and if you have desire, you will have misery. I am saying, however rich you became, however power you have accumulated, however secure you have made your family and your loved one, but still there will be void which you cannot fill, right? So then what is the proper way to spend your life or live your life, right? So that is the question that is being asked since the beginning of the humanity, and which has not been answered properly, or and which there is no perfect answer to that, right? But still, I'm talking about most of the human beings, right, which falls under the major section, right, average section. There is some exception always by there due to evolution and many other aspects. There are 10 million trillions parameter, right, that we cannot determine everything. We have to take approximation. So what I'm saying, so on an average, so in my opinion, you cannot become too much spiritual, right? Because you are leaving your family and your society. If you don't have family, right, and you do not have any responsibility to serve to anyone, to your loved one, or they have leave the world, so in that case you should go for spirituality. Because I don't think that if you can come up with a better goal to serve society, because society in itself is a very complex living thing, right? You cannot think of a well-being of a society without affecting it, because many philosophers have vision of creating the utopian society, right, where everything was perfect, right? People have enough to eat and enough to there is always justice, and they will get whatever they want, right? It's like heaven, right? That you cannot achieve in a modern world. And even if, let's suppose, in the recent world, you able to manifest the AI powered tools, robots, which will automate everything, that human doesn't have to do anything. Do you think what human will do, right? Are they going to live happily after that, right? No. No, because human are not made to live a comfortable life. However, how much we are avoiding it, but it's in our nature. We are not made for comfort. We have come to this generation, this part of the humanity, this years of the humanity, by fighting a lot of things, by fighting diseases, by fighting predators, by fighting famine, and natural disaster, etc. So and we have tendency to change and grow by consuming all those things, learning from this scenario. We have grown this much, and accepting the comfortable term is so what impossible to us, right? So what to do? You cannot make your life itself dangerous, or to live, but you have to tie. If you are not falling in a spiritual band, you in this region, average region, if you have a certain family and you have certain responsibility, in that case you have to tie yourself with a goal of your life. And it should not be random, it should be meaningful goal, which has some meaning, and meaning, I would not say, which will inspire you, and so that if you are targeted to that goal, so you are going to what able to handle all the misery and all the other negative aspects of the life, right? That is the only way, only answer, right? I can talk about 1 to 2 hours about why this is the only case, but due to experience over time, you will get that answer, that you once you tie up the goal, once there is a reason, you need some reason to you need some reason to suffer those misery and pain that life brings to you. Life doesn't have a Barbie world, world doesn't have a Barbie world. They will going to impact you again and again and again, and if you don't have any goal, you will break into pieces, right? And there will be no end for your misery, and it will going to keep increasing and increasing. So that what the point is, you have to find that goal, right, which drives you, which helps you, following that goal, which is not going to dissipate your energy. You will never feel tired toward progressing that goal, right? Think about that things deeply. It is very profound conversation, profound food of thought that you should think for yourself. And once you have a goal in that, and you make your life more disciplined, I believe most of the problem will not solve exactly, but you will get what is the word for that, you will get enough willpower to accept those challenges in life. So I'm closing this talk right now. uh, yeah, that's it.